All right, thank you very much, Candace. Now let's check out Baldwin County's reaction to this proposal. Let's go to Fox 10 News Baldwin County reporter Hal Sherrick, who got reaction from the Eastern Shore. Hal?
That's right, Bob. I'm here where the proposed project would end, where the Bayway enters Daphne and comes back onto solid ground. Now, the next phase would be a public input phase, about a 45-day period where folks can write in. They'll be able to go to numerous locations around both Baldwin and Mobile County to view the draft study in person. There will also be a public hearing that people can go to and voice their input. When that comes out, we'll certainly release the announcement for when and where they can do that. Now, the final project, the final phase of this, of course, will be the funding, which when I spoke with Commissioner Tucker Dorsey today over here in Baldwin County, he seemed pretty confident that that funding would be found at some point. But I also asked him about how important it is that this bridge get finished and what you can do to support it.
There's so many reasons why it's important that this bridge be built. You're touching on commerce with Brookley, products coming in for the Airbus assembly plant. We're talking about people coming in to work at Austell, getting in and out east and west because there's such a large employment there. We talk about tourism and the terrific bottleneck that we have there on Friday afternoons and Sunday afternoons when people are trying to come in and go out, along with the fact that we've got to talk about hurricane evacuation, depending on storm tracks and things like that. If people are not always trying to get northbound, they're trying to get east and west to get on the outside of where the storm track is, and it's very difficult when the bottleneck occurs at the tunnel. And
they'll be announcing shortly when and where the public hearings will be held.
Right.
But there'll be a 45-day period that people come and view the study, give written input to this. Say how important it is that people go ahead and, if they have concerns, they have either issues or for this, that they come out and give their input.
Well, a lot of time you only hear, a lot of times where there's this or little county issues or big federal issues, you only hear about people complaining about it. I don't want this, I don't like that, I don't want this. And this opportunity, because of the scale and enormity of this and the impact that it has to our region, we really need people that are for it to speak up in favor of it. If you have a question or a problem with something that's happening in it, that we need to hear from you. We need to address all those issues, but we also need the federal government to know that this region supports this project wholeheartedly. We can address some concerns if there are some that need to be touched on and fixed, but overall, we need to show our support for this project.
And of course, the areas that you will be able to go and personally view that draft environmental impact study on our TV.com. Officials say it is vitally important that you give your input as I'll, of course, have more on today's announcement in our only local news at 5:30 in the next half hour, where I talk to Commissioner Dorsey, which seems to be the biggest of all. Reporting live in Baldwin County, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.